Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video, we are back out at Swanley Boot Fair again. And yeah, what I will say with this video, it is actually going to be a mixture of two different visits. Reason for that is the first visit that I've done, I got a couple of bits, but not a massive amount. And I mean, I only probably got sort of 2-3 games maybe. So yeah, fingers crossed it's a bit better today. I will admit, last time we come, even the video game guy wasn't here. So yeah, not too sure what's going on there. But yeah, fingers crossed, it will be a good trip out. Nicky is going to be here today. He's actually going to be selling instead of buying. So yeah, that leaves all the goodies for me. But yeah, it is just coming up to 5:10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up and then we'll get out and see what we can find.
We were talking about that. We only or something, but really, we said, oh yeah, AW, I know it. Oh yeah, right, okay. This bike gets around, so you can
Yeah, proper Xbox controller for the one you just bought.
Yeah, but it's not having knobs on it.
Yeah, I think that's the Pro controller though.
I would love it.
Yeah. They have you put the paddle shifts on them.
Right, yeah.
Someone nicked one of the controllers.
Oh, sorry.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was two there.
I'll catch you in a bit.
How's she on the DS?
Take care, mate.
25.
25.
I'll take 20 because wherever it did have some charging it, but where everyone was turning it on.
On and off, yeah.
£500.
Yeah, go on, I'll grab that. 20.
There you go.
50p.
so fun here, isn't it? Yeah.
50p.
There you go.
They're a pound there.
All right,
Thank
cheers. Huh?
I was going to pick that up last time.
What's that? The DS?
Yeah.
They're such nice controllers.
Does that mean it's actually broken?
No. So with the Pro controllers,
Yeah.
you can swap everything out.
Oh, okay.
you. See these, yeah? I think my boy paid a lot of money for them.
They probably
but
would
I'm selling them for a £5 because they haven't got no bits on them.
Hello.
Thank you.
So just as a matter of interest, how much do they
30 quid a box.
really?
One's an 80.
Have a look. What packets have you got?
Oh, go on, hold it in. Do both for 7? Yeah.
Go on.
I would like to spend it all.
Plug it in. I think I had 2 of them. I think the other one was a battery one. So a tenner.
mate. How much have on those two? £2. £2.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, no probs. There you go. Cheers, mate.
Pound in that, mate?
How's on that one, mate?
£2, mate.
£2.
There you go, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Ten of those, mate.
There you go, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. What's on that?
Pound.
£1? Yeah, go on.
Dad, how much for that?
Can I take pound? Huh? Can I take pound?
150.
There you go, mate. Cheers.
How much are they?
So that is. Dad. Dad. Got change. Dad.
How much do you have any games, mate?
150 each.
150 each.
3.
Yeah, mate. Do 3 for £5.
That's yeah.
Yeah. There you go, mate. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
You have to leave that one open.
You all right there, mate? What's on that?
That is probably going to be about 20 quid, that one. What's it got? Has it got a game in it as well? Yeah.
Do 15.
How much are we going for? Game Boy Advance. How much is double now? 5 of that one, yeah. So what we got here? Game Boy Advance, 70 quid.
Yeah, obviously that would be fully tested and working.
No, exactly, absolutely. Well, it's got to be worth 20 quid, don't it? It's got to be worth 20. Game Boy Advance.
ESP. ESP's a folding one.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Go on, I'll do 20.
It does, it's my youngest daughter's
Is
one.
it coming on?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's got the charger in it or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
That's great.
There you go, mate.
That's great.
Cheers.
Thank you.
You all right there, mate?
How much is the controller?
I was going to say, how much for the VR?
I want 40 quid for the VR set.
4.
40.
40, all right.
All complete, camera, leads, everything.
Okay.
How much is the controller? £10 each. £10.
What about your Kindle?
Kindle, the little one. And
Yeah, the little grey one.
take 5 for that, mate.
5.
Power lead with it.
Do 3?
Can I check it out? Can I check it out, please? What's that?
Oh, mate.
I think you do want that PS4 and the 3 controllers you want.
So, I'll be honest, mate, the main reason I'm after one, I've got one,
Yeah.
but my cable's gone. So
Oh,
I'm
right.
literally looking for one that I can dismantle.
No worries, mate. Riding it, 5 each.
What about your iPod?
Who?
Your iPod.
80 gig. £10, mate.
Yeah.
So on, it works.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is.
It's like the screen's coming away.
Don't affect it or anything.
No.
Charges, battery's good, but because everyone turns it on, I can go flat now. Turn it off.
What are you thinking for it?
I'll take 15 quid for it.
15. Alright, I'll have a think about it, I'll pop back.
Just 10 for it, yeah. Can't go mad. Can't go on for a tenner, can you? iPod Classic, don't make it now. Got money now. It's 30 quid and I throw you in 3 controllers here. How about that? Can't go mad.
Let me see what I've got.
Can't moan at that. Sorry? How much is the something? Just one? Yeah. £8. And 10 for that. 40 quid. Cheers, mate. You want it? £5 there. You want it? No, I'll get it. Wouldn't take
Do
no
30,
less than that.
35?
No way.
I'll do 30 for the VR.
Oh, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, cool. Cheers, mate. You're right. How much do you have any games?
What games are £2 there?
£2 both, yeah?
Yeah, both.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All 50p down there, mate.
All 50p, yeah?
50p on the floor.
Blinding. Literally just picked it up over there, yeah.
I think it's all in there, I just ain't got the case.
I've literally got everything bar the manual.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Open them up and have a look. It's all manuals for this one, I just
Yeah.
ain't opened them up. Let's rip it open to me.
Do you have sat-nav disc?
Sat-nav disc?
Yeah.
No, it's all computer games, mate. It's computer games. Don't stress too much, rip it open if you need to.
Sure?
Yeah, cool. I just chuck them to sort of going everywhere, so...
Are you able to change the home button on the iPad? Do you repair it?
No, not for me, mate.
After all that.
Alright, just leave them out, I'll leave them out.
Yeah.
Please, I'll sort them out.
Alright, I just didn't want a bag blowing away.
That's alright, mate. They're a pound, them ones, mate. They're not
Pound,
priced
yeah?
up yet.
I need to check that one. No, got that. I've got to have an app. Got so
I had an app and I lost track of it.
Oh no, I'm quite normally as soon as I get home,
And
they get put in the
I
app.
used to do, but then I kept buying bulk and bulk and I kept chucking it in the loft.
Yeah,
And then I just lost track, but that's what I started doing. I'm going through my collection. So I've done my PS1 stuff, so this
Yeah.
is all my doubles, PS2 doubles, do you know what I mean? So now I know what I've got up there is there, but I still don't quite. I've
Yeah.
got a vague idea, you remember the better ones, so
Yeah.
when I put them away, I think, oh, I think I had that.
well you say that though, I went to CEX the other week and I picked up Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on GameCube.
Yeah,
Got home, sort of scanned it into my app.
yeah.
This is a duplicate. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I went to the shelf, yeah, there it is,
Yeah, you'd be
front and
surprised-
centre.
Be surprised what you got up there, wouldn't you?
Alright, what do you want with those 3 bits, mate?
So it's £1 for the manual, so £11.
11 quid.
Yeah.
You want to do a 10?
I'll do 11 and I'll chuck
Yeah.
that in so you can. It's got the manual in it. You said you wanted the manual, didn't
Yeah.
you? I don't think it has.
No.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it? I thought it might have helped you out. Yeah, it's quite a tenner then. Unless
Yeah.
you want that as well.
No, I'll leave that.
Yeah,
I've got.
yeah, it's quite a tenner. Sweet,
Cool.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Turning around.
Move them up.
Blinding.
Cheers, mate.
Right, cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, mate, how much having the games? Pound. There you go. There you go, mate. Cheers. Alright, thanks a lot. So that is going to wrap up our trip to the boot fair, or should I say boot fairs, because as I said at the beginning of the video, this week's video is actually filmed over 2 separate visits to Swanley Boot Fair. So yeah, we have actually got some amazing bits across both the boot fairs. So I'm just going to dive straight in, because I've only got limited time to actually film this part, because I'm actually filming it on my lunch break. So diving into the bits that we picked up on the first week. One of the first bits we got was the Minecraft, and it's the complete handbook collection. So you've got books on redstone, combat, construction, and then the beginner's handbook as well. I quite like these. I know when the little one first started getting into Minecraft, there was quite a few books that we got for them, and yeah, I've gone through sort of since, collected the ones that we were missing. So yeah, I've actually got quite a good little collection of the Minecraft books, and I will say I do have a look every now and then at them, just for sort of tips and tricks to help me improve. And no, I have never beaten the Ender Dragon. So for that, we paid £1 for that one. Looking it up online, it goes for about £10 £10 on eBay. Then next up, the other thing we got was a couple of Pokemon books, and these are a couple of Scarlet and Violet notebooks. So yeah, I saw them there, thought they looked good. I thought what I'll do is I'll get one to put into the Pokemon collection, and then one that I can actually use. Paid 50p each for them. Looking them up online, they go for about £10 each, so that's £20 in total. Then getting into the games, the first game that we've got is a PS4 game, and that is PES 2016. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the PEX games. I much prefer FIFA. But I will say, playing this, you can definitely see that they've taken a lot of cues from FIFA, even down to things like the control scheme. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed playing on it. So yeah, this one actually changed my mind a bit on it, which was really good. The other thing that caught my eye, obviously, was the fact that it had a outer sleeve. So yeah, what did I pay? I paid £1 for that one. It goes for £1 at CEX without the outer sleeve, and £7 on eBay with the outer sleeve. So yeah, the fact that it's a bit of a different variant is probably why the cost is different. Then I think this was a pickup that I made towards the end of the first boot fair, but we had a whole load of McDonald's Pokemon toys. So I pretty much, I went through the box. The guy wanted to sell the whole box for I think it was a couple of quid or whatever, but for me there was no value in picking them up. They just wouldn't have sold, and yeah, wouldn't have made any money out of them from a resale perspective. So I literally just went through, picked out the ones that I wanted, and then I think I paid 50p for all 3 of them. So yeah, not too bad there. On average, I think I've seen sort of sets of about 4 of these going, and these are all from the 2016 Pokemon set, and they go for about £10 in a set of 4. Right, so next up we've actually got a PC game, and what's going to be a bit different about this PC game is I'm actually able to capture footage for it. It's not a modern game, but it is the Half-Life Generation box set. So this includes the original Half-Life as well as all 3 of the sort of add-on packs. So you've got Opposing Forces, Counter-Strike and Blue Shift. And yeah, the reason that I can actually do gaming footage of this is because I've got it on my Steam library. So yeah, anytime I see any of the Half-Life games, I'll always pick them up. I would absolutely love to have a big box version of Half-Life in the collection, but I know when I've looked at it online, it is massively expensive. So yeah, my chances of coming across that in the wild are probably slim to none. But for Half-Life Generation, we paid £1 for that one. Goes for £15 on CEX and £8 on eBay. So yeah, definitely an expensive one at CEX. Then next up, I picked up a DS game, and that was Sonic Classic Collection. I don't think I've captured footage for this. I think the only reason was because I forgot. I will try and capture some footage before I edit the video, but I'm actually editing the video, or I'm actually filming this part of the video, sorry, the day before it's due to go live. So yeah, I will try. The thing that I like about this is it has all of the sort of main Mega Drive games on it. So it's got Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. And yeah, the fact of having them on the DS on the go is absolutely brilliant. So we paid £2 for that. Goes for £15 on CEX, £11 on eBay. Then, right, so these next two bits, I picked them up from the same seller. And I'm not sure how much of this, because I was at this seller's store quite a bit, because Nikki quite regularly buys Pokemon bundles off her. And yeah, while we were there, I ended up negotiating for these two things. So the first thing I picked up was two Xbox One Elite controllers. So yeah, I don't have the Elite controller in the collection, and obviously for those of you that have been watching the videos for a while, you know I have got an addiction, shall we say, to picking up controllers. So yeah, I saw that she had these, and yeah, we ended up managing to come to a deal on these. They are missing quite a few bits, so basically any of the removable parts, I think this one's got one of the sort of the rear paddles, but other than that, all of the sort of removable parts are missing, so I'm going to have to buy them. I think I can get the full set for about £17 off eBay, so yeah, I'll probably do that. But I have tested them. This one works apart from the right trigger. Whenever you press it, it doesn't detect anything, and with this one it won't even connect. So what I may end up doing is using this one for parts to get this one complete, or yeah, just to be quite honest, using them both just to make one that's working. So these are the Series 1 Elite controllers. So there is still a Series 2 to get, but yeah, I will, as and when I come across them, I'll pick them up. So yeah, for them I paid £7 for both of them. Looking them up online, they go for £40 each as parts only. So yeah, definitely a really, really good pickup there. And then the final thing that we picked up, one from this seller and from the first boot fair. Oh, there you go, I've got things falling over. There we go. Was a 3DS. So this is the Aqua Blue 3DS, and it also comes with the docking station as well. So, yeah, whatever that is dry. But yeah, it was the reason for picking this one up is because I didn't have this colour in the collection, and as well I have been looking to get hold of one of the sort of docking stations. But what did we pay? So we paid £20 for these. I've only priced up the 3DS, and that goes for £105 at CEX and £60 on eBay. I have tested it, it does all work. The only thing I am going to have to do is probably replace the sort of the analog stick, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, really, really happy to have another one of these in the collection. You can never have enough 3DSs. Okay, so moving on, we are going to move on to the boot fair that I went to the week following. So this would be the same week that I filmed the intro to the video. So first off, we come across this stall, and it was literally just a mound of DVDs on the floor. So I was having a quick scan, sort of. I managed to pick up a DVD, which we'll look at in a minute. But mixed in with everything, there was also something else that I am slightly addicted to. So once again, another thing for the long-time viewers of the channel, or sort of the new viewers of the channel, should we say, I absolutely love the sort of the mini disc format. I actually have one in the car. Normally I've got mini discs on whenever I'm sort of heading to and from the boot fair. So yeah, I've always loved the mini disc format. And yeah, in recent years I've really sort of ramped it up. I'm picking up mini disc players, recorders, and most importantly the discs. So the discs can go really expensive now, because obviously they're not being produced anymore. So as I was going through, there was literally a whole stack of discs just mingled in with all of the DVDs. So I sort of spent a couple of minutes sort of sorting through and just picking up all the ones that had the sort of the outer plastic cases. And any ones that so if it was just the sort of the disc on its own, I left it. But yeah, I picked up them. So I actually got there was 20 mini discs there. I paid £6 for the whole pile. Normally a pile like that will go for about £30 on eBay. So yeah, that's why whenever I see them at the boot fair, I do try and pick them up and try and get a bit of a deal, because once again, once the discs die, there's no replacing them. So it is going to be a sort of finite resource, shall we say. But yeah, any time I see mini discs, I will always pick them up, because as I say, it's a format I absolutely love. And I've probably got about 150 spare discs now. So yeah, I've got quite a few to keep me going for a while. But as I say, when I was at that stall, I did also pick up a DVD, and it was a manga DVD, or an anime DVD, should we say. So this is Tuskihim, I don't know, whatever that says. Yeah, reason that I picked it up mainly was because it was sealed. So yeah, I thought, do you know what, it's worth a punt, add it into the collection. So I paid £1 for it. Looking it up online, CEX have it listed for about £1. Obviously that is going to be in pre-owned condition, and then on a sealed condition they go for about £10 on eBay. So yeah, really chuffed to have that in the collection. I will say, obviously, we have recently just moved all of the anime DVDs, VHSs and everything like that out. So yeah, hopefully in the future I'll be able to get some more space and I can put it back in. Right, moving on. We've actually got another DVD box set. Once again, this isn't gaming related, but it is something I absolutely love, and it's something from my childhood, and that is Thunderbirds. So this is the complete Thunderbirds DVD box set. Now, when I say that this is from my childhood, obviously when I watched it, it was repeats, because I think originally this was released in the 60s, and I can say that I am not that old. But yeah, I always loved Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, even sort of Stingray and Joe 90. Always loved watching these. But yeah, when I saw this seller had the complete Thunderbirds box set, I just had to grab it. So I paid £5 for it. Couldn't find it listed on CEX, but on eBay it goes for about £20. So yeah, really happy with that, and it's definitely something that's going to get watched. Then we get back to the games now. Seeing as this is a video game channel, it's good to have some games every now and then. So first off, we've got some Xbox 360 games, and the first one we've got is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas. I have to say, capturing the footage for this, I'll be honest, either I wasn't playing it right, or it is missing a very key bit of functionality that it should have. And that was cover shooting. So I would duck down behind cover, and anytime I tried to shoot an enemy that was attacking me, I would literally just be shooting over the barrier. I wouldn't actually be shooting properly, if that makes sense. And yeah, it just didn't give it, either I didn't know how to do it, or it didn't have the option in there. So yeah, I actually gave up with that quite quickly. I thought it was very badly designed. If it is in there, it's badly designed that they don't tell you how to do it. They tell you how to cover, but don't tell you how to shoot from cover. And if it's not in there, why not? So for Rainbow Six, we paid £1.50 for that. Goes for £1 at CEX and £4 on eBay. And then at the same time, I also picked up Rainbow Six Vegas 2. At the time, didn't realise that we already had it in the collection, but so now we've got the first one and we've already got the second one. This one, much better. It did allow you to sort of shoot from cover, and yeah, just all round sort of much more enjoyable game. Really enjoyed playing that one. Once again, paid £1.50 for that. Goes for £1 at CEX and £4.50 on eBay this time. And then the last 360 game was Amped 3. So this is a snowboarding game. I think with snowboarding games, we've got another snowboarding game coming up as well. I think I've been too spoilt with snowboarding games because the first sort of snowboarding game that I played was in the SSX series, and so far I have not found a game that even comes close to SSX. It is just such an amazing series. But yeah, this one I could see what it was trying to do. Probably if I spent a bit more time with it, it might sort of grow on me. But yeah, just sort of playing it, I was like, it's just not SSX. So yeah, as I say, it was a good snowboarding game, but just not SSX. I think that's going to be the tagline for that game. So for that, we paid £1 for that one. Goes for £1.50 at CEX and £10 on eBay. Then next up, we've got a bit of an accessory, shall we say, and we've got a Mario Odyssey Cappy Cap. Yeah, I sort of saw the seller had this there, thought it just looked so cool. I've seen a couple of these about, but never picked them up. I think I've mostly seen them on like eBay or things like that. I don't think I've ever seen them at the boot fair. But yeah, just thought that would be a cool little addition. Obviously, we've got the Mario hat up. What I've done is I've put the Mario hat back on top of the Nintendo shelf up the top. So what I'll probably do is I'm probably going to put this on top of the Switch box that's up there. So we've got them both on display. But yeah, saw that, thought I'd grab it and put it into the collection. What did we pay? Paid £2 for that. And looking it up online, they go for about £10 on eBay. Right, so next up I got a little bundle of Xbox One games. So the first one that we got was PGA Tour 2K21, and I have to say this was by far the best modern golf game that I have played in such a long time. It was easy to pick up and play. If you had any resemblance of familiarity with like older, like more retro golf games, it just worked. And yeah, it really puts the EA games to shame. It is an absolutely superb game. Really enjoyed it. I think I played about 3 holes. First 2 holes I hit birdie, and I think the third hole, is it an eagle where you got like 1 over? So yeah, it was just so enjoyable to play. And it's actually one that I am going to be playing a bit more often because, yeah, as I say, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. So for that one, as I say, we did get it all in a bundle, but I have broken down the prices. So £1.66 it works out that we paid for that. Goes for £6 at CEX and £7.50 on eBay. Then next up, we've got Watch Dogs 2. So we recently picked this up on the PS4, I think it was. And yeah, I just saw it there. It was not one that I had in the Xbox One collection, so decided to grab it. I really enjoy the Watch Dogs games. I will admit this is the only one that I've not really played. I've probably played about 20 minutes of this, just capturing footage when we got the PS4 version. But I have completed the first and the third one. So yeah, it is one that I am going to put in. I think I've got it on my list for this year to go through and complete. So for that one, we paid £1.67. It goes for £3 at CEX and £5 on eBay. And then the final Xbox One game that we got was Sniper Elite 4. And yeah, I absolutely loved this game. So once again, it might be, I think it's something I've talked about a couple of times on the video before, but I actually used to do target shooting. I've got a couple of target shooting air rifles locked away in the bedroom, and yeah, I've done sort of basically air rifle target shooting out to like 100 yards, proper range rifle out to like a mile. I used to actually go and shoot at a military range, which yeah, had a target range out to a mile, which was superb. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, this sort of game always appealed to me. And what I absolutely love about this is that it's got realistic bullet physics. So what happens was when you actually shoot a bullet, it doesn't go in a straight line. It actually arcs. And yeah, I'm not trying not to get too technical about it, but yeah, essentially, so it actually arcs. So when you fire, it actually goes up a bit and then sort of drops down. And this has all of that in there, as well as the absolutely gruesome kill shots. But yeah, absolutely superb game. It's technical if you want to be technical. Otherwise, it can just be a straight up sniper shooter. And yeah, I was really impressed with it. Definitely one that I'm going to be going back to. So yeah, for that one, it was £1.67 paid, £12 at CEX and £15 on eBay. Then next up, we've got a couple of PS2 games. And I will admit that I haven't actually grouped these together. It has just fallen like this, shall we say. So the first PS2 game we've got is Ghost Rider. I will admit I am going to change the case. The cover is a bit ratty, but it is complete with the manual, even once again, if the manual was a bit ratty. But yeah, I will admit I actually really enjoyed playing this. So it is a sort of basically a brawler, and Ghost Rider is essentially sucked down to hell, and you're sort of working your way through hell, battling demons and everything like that, to basically sort of win your freedom, sort of, so to speak. Yeah, as I say, really good game. Saw it at the boot fair and it wasn't one that I'd seen before, so decided to grab it, which is always a bad sign for me. So yeah, paid £1 for that one. Goes for £5 at CEX and £12 on eBay. And then the other PS2 game we got was a snowboarding game, as I said earlier on. So this is Snowboard Racer 2. This one actually was, if I'm going to sort of rate it, if I'm going to rank it out of the sort of the three games that we spoke about today. So we've got Amped 3, we've got this, and then we've got SSX. And that's actually the order that I would put them in. Wouldn't say this is as bad as Amped 3, but definitely wouldn't say that it's as good as SSX. But yeah, as I say, a fairly decent game. Yeah, it just is what it is. So that one, we paid £1 for that one. Goes for 50p at CEX and £4 on eBay. Then next up, we've got a really bizarre PS1 game, and this was one. So it's called Popstar Maker, and yeah, I'll be honest, the reason that I picked it up was because I'd never seen it before. And actually the next set of games that we've got, the seller there had a whole table full of games, and he actually had this. I saw it twice in the space of about 10 minutes. But it is one of the weirdest games I've ever played. So the whole idea is that you are you're basically creating a pop group. But the problem is it's a game about creating a pop group, but there's no music in it. Literally no music. It is, yeah, it's just really bizarre. So yeah, you will you'll get the song written, you'll perform the song, you'll sell the song, everything like that. But at no point do you ever hear the song. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. So yeah, definitely going to be a oddity in the collection. For that one, we paid, where are we? Paid £1 for that one. Couldn't see it listed on CEX, but goes for £5 on eBay. And then, as I say, I did come to the next stall, which had a whole stack of games. And I was there looking through for a while. I actually got talking with the seller as well. And he's actually a collector. And he was just sort of downsizing and getting rid of his doubles. So the first game that we got was actually a NES game. And this was California Games. And what was good with this is it come with the sleeve and the manual. So what I'm going to try and do is try and track down the outer box. I think I've seen a couple of outer boxes on eBay, but they're actually quite close in value to a complete in-box version. So yeah, I've got a search going for this, and as soon as a decent quality box comes up, I'll pick it up so that we can get it boxed and added into the collection. For that one, we paid £4.50 for that. Goes for £6 at CEX, £14 on eBay, and that's just cart and manual. Then another cart that we got was Revenge of Shinobi on the Mega Drive. So yeah, I think I briefly played the Shinobi games when I was younger. Played them on a friend's system, but never really got into them myself. Obviously, I have played them because we've got Mega Game 6. I think we got that cart only a little while ago, and that had Revenge of Shinobi on it. So I have played it, but yeah, it's just never a series that I ever had any sort of excitement for. But yeah, nice to have it in the collection now. Really glad to have it in. And yeah, what I probably will try and do is try and track down sort of at least a box for it, if not the sort of the box and manual. So for that cart, we paid £4.50. Goes for £5 cart only at CEX and £10 on eBay. And then the other thing I picked up from this seller was actually a bit of a snafu on my part, really. And that is the manual for Crash Bandicoot Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. Now, the reason that I picked that up was because I thought I had the cart and box. And actually, I've got the box just here that I was thinking of. And it was actually Spyro Fusion that I've got, not Crash Fusion. So yeah, I was a bit gutted that I got that wrong. But yeah, now I've got a manual. I just need to get the game and the box. But yeah, paid £1 for that one. And the manual itself goes for about £6 on eBay. So still a good pickup. And then the last two bits that we've got were actually quite big pickups. I am really happy to have picked them up. And the first one that we've got is actually a double. And originally I bought it to resell it. But as soon as I got it home, the resale idea completely went out the window. And that is a PSVR. So this is the PSVR, this is the first version. And yeah, the reason that it can no longer be resold is because technically it's been stolen. So as soon as I got in, the little one asked whether they could use it because they really wanted to play Five Nights at Freddy's on it. So they've got Help Wanted, which has got sort of it is a VR game, but it can be played normally. And I was like, yeah, okay, play it. I was looking at it from the street. Yeah, go and play it because you can test it for me as well, and then I can sort of flip it. But they've literally been living in it. I've sort of walked in, they've been playing Five Nights at Freddy's, they've been playing Minecraft, Beat Saber, everything like that. So I just can't say like I'm selling it now. So yeah, this has now become the little one's PSVR. And I will say the little one isn't so little. The little one is over, is it 12 that they say? So yeah, the little one's fine to play with it, it's not a problem. But yeah. So, but what it did come with as well is it actually come with a pair of the PS4 Move controllers as well, which actually made this deal a really, really good deal. So I was backwards and forwards with the seller. I was looking at a couple of bits for resale. I think at one point I looked at an iPod. And then in the end, because I'd shown the interest in the VR, and actually, I'll be honest, the reason I was showing an interest in the VR was I actually wanted the cable off it, because my VR, when I was capturing gameplay footage for, was it Farpoint? I think the cable has got a problem with it. So I was looking to get one where I could take the cable off it and put it onto mine. But obviously with it being fully working, I wouldn't dream of doing it. So yeah, it was all backwards and forwards, and eventually we agreed on £30, which, yeah, is absolutely immense, because the Move controllers on their own sell for £30 at CEX, £40 on eBay. That's £15 or £20 each. And then the headset, it come with everything, right down to the PlayStation camera, everything. So really, really happy with that. They sell the headset at CEX without the camera for £45, and then looking it up online, they go for about £75 on eBay. But yeah, as I say, it isn't something that's going to get resold now. The little one has well and truly stolen it, shall we say. But yeah, as I say, I am not displeased, and quite happy that they're getting into it. Okay, and then the last pickup for today, I've got to find it because I couldn't see it, is actually it's actually a console. I would say another console, but we haven't had a console yet. And that is a Game Boy Advance. So this is my first Game Boy Advance in the collection. I've never had one, and yeah, been looking to pick one up for a while, so really, really chuffed to finally get one. I will admit, I have put batteries in it and tested it, and it doesn't power on. So I'm going to have to look to do some repair work on it. Hopefully it's nothing too bad, and then we can get it up and running. So I paid £20 for that. But what it also did is it also come with a game, and it's got Crash Bandicoot 2. Shame it wasn't Crash Bandicoot Fusion. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot 2 is another one we don't have in the collection. And yeah, so for the Game Boy, it works out, it goes for £60 at CEX, £55 on eBay. Crash Bandicoot, couldn't find it listed for car only at CEX, but goes for £8 on eBay. And that is everything we've picked up in these two boot fair trips. So yeah, really, really happy with some of the bits we picked up. And actually, it wasn't the first console, was it? Because we had the 3DS. I forgot about that. So yeah, once again, absolutely loving the Swanley boot fairs. We are getting such great finds. But I will admit, I have been out to a fair few boot fairs since then as well. So you'll be seeing those over the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. And I have to say, I have got I've got some epic pickups coming up. Yeah, I am just absolutely over the moon with some of the bits that we picked up, especially one of the boot fairs, not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before. Absolutely epic pickup. Also, a bit of an explanation as to why we're filming this way today is because the games room behind the camera is literally stacked full of stuff. So I think I've mentioned it briefly, but I have actually done I've done a pickup about 2 weeks ago now from Dan, where I literally picked up a massive bundle of retro. In with that, we've also got a retro console where I think only 5 are in existence. So yeah, that video is coming up. I don't think it's next week, I think it's the week after. And then in about 5 or 6 weeks, we've then got the pickup that I'd done last week, which was another massive pickup, but this time it was from Glenn. So I actually went over, actually had the opportunity to sort through, or basically go through all of his PS1 games. So he was looking to get rid of a lot of them. So yeah, I went through and I picked up loads of PS1 games. I'm a bit miffed because we've recently just got the PS1 shelves sorted so they're not double stacked. But yes, I have got, and there's actually a couple of wishlist games in there as well. So I'm just really looking forward to getting those videos out to you, because there are some amazing finds in there. So if you want to be kept up to date when those videos goes live, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date. And then also, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button. But yeah, with that said, before we wrap up, I've just forgotten, we haven't done the totals yet. So our total spend today was £119.50p. If we bought everything from CEX, it would have been £313. And then if we bought everything from eBay, it would have been a monumental £551. So yeah, once again, the boot fair has really come through for us. We've got some amazing bits for the collection, and it has not broken the bank. But with that said, I am going to wrap the video up there. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right, bye.